Appearance has always been a crucial factor in the entertainment industry, but in South Korea, this issue reaches an extreme level. The country has rigid beauty standards, and among them, one of the most inescapable is thinness. Being extremely slim is not just an aesthetic preference, but a requirement imposed by agencies, directors, and even the public. This applies to idols, models, and of course, actors and actresses. In Korea, a slim body is seen as a synonym for discipline, success, and even talent. It doesn't matter if an actor has incredible skills. If they don't fit the industry's ideal weight, they might lose opportunities or face public criticism. This happens even when the person is at a healthy weight. Any slight weight gain becomes a topic of discussion, and if an artist gains a bit of volume, even naturally, rumors immediately start circulating that they have let themselves go. This absurd standard puts celebrities' health at risk. Many are forced to follow extremely restrictive diets to achieve a skeletal look, often without any real necessity. In most cases, this isn't just about vanity, but pure industry pressure. Some lose weight because their contracts demand it, others because a director told them they would look better if they were thinner. There are even those who face direct attacks from the public for appearing bloated in photos or videos. And the worst part is that this problem isn't limited to young artists just starting their careers. Even established actors and actresses who already have a strong name in the industry must follow these rules. Many end up living a life of extreme dieting and control just to avoid criticism. The result? Health problems, eating disorders, and in some cases, emotional distress so severe that it leads them to take a break from work. But why is this obsession with thinness so strong in Korea? And what are the effects of this pressure on actors' lives? Let's take a closer look at this culture. The obsession with thinness in South Korea didn't come out of nowhere. It is the result of a culture that, for centuries, has associated appearance with success and a person's value. Unlike many Western countries, where beauty standards shift over time, in Korea, the concept of the ideal body has always revolved around delicacy and physical subtlety. During the Joseon dynasty, for example, thinness was associated with nobility and femininity, while fuller bodies were seen as common among peasants. Over time, this perspective evolved, but never disappeared. In the 1960s, as Korea began modernizing, beauty standards became heavily influenced by Western culture and growing globalization. Being thin was no longer just a desirable trait, but a true status symbol. Fashion magazines and television programs reinforced this image, and soon, pop culture followed the same path. Today, the pressure to have an extremely slim body is stronger than ever, especially with the influence of K-pop and K-dramas. Unlike the West, where there is a growing acceptance of diverse body types in the media, Korea still holds on to an almost unattainable idea of physical perfection. The advertising industry constantly reinforces this, promoting miracle products and diets that promise rapid weight loss. Beyond agencies and directors, society itself plays a huge role. The phenomenon of body shaming is extremely strong in South Korea, and the internet has become a space where any change in a celebrity's weight turns into speculation and ridicule. Fans analyze every detail of an actor's appearance, comparing old photos to new ones, and suggesting that any slight difference means they have let themselves go. For many artists, maintaining an extremely thin body is not just a job requirement, but a way to avoid public attacks. And this pressure can have serious consequences. Many actors end up developing eating disorders without the public even noticing. Not even those who are already established in the industry can escape the obsession with thinness. That's exactly what happened to IU. Recently, the singer and actress revealed in an interview that over the years, she had to learn to deal with the fact that her face tends to gain weight easily. This means that, even unintentionally, she constantly finds herself monitoring her diet. For much of her career, she had to follow restrictive diets to keep her appearance within the standards demanded by the industry. And the most absurd part, despite being naturally slim, IU has faced criticism for appearing with a slightly fuller face in some photos. If IU experiences this pressure without needing to lose drastic amounts of weight, the situation becomes even more extreme for those who are required to slim down for a role. That was the case for Park Min-young, who shocked the public when she revealed that she dropped to 81 pounds to play Kang Ji-won in the drama Marry My Husband. And this wasn't the first time she went through severe transformations. In an interview, she shared that years ago, she followed a diet where she ate only apples and drank liquids for 3 days to lose 22 pounds. And the worst part, this kind of sacrifice is seen as completely normal in the industry. When an actress loses a drastic amount of weight, the public's reaction isn't always concern. Many times, it's admiration. But this extreme weight loss culture doesn't only affect women. Men also face the same pressure, especially when they need to transform their bodies for a role. Actor Kim Sung-ho, for example, had to lose 35 pounds in just 4 weeks for his role in the film Missing You. He dropped from 159 pounds to 109 123 pounds in record time following an exhausting exercise routine and a strict diet. The result was a thinner, more angular appearance, which fit the character he was portraying. But again, where's the line between dedication to the craft and a real health risk? The problem is that this kind of sacrifice isn't questioned in the Korean industry. On the contrary, it's encouraged. Many actors don't speak about the negative effects of these extreme diets because they know that the thinness culture is deeply ingrained in society. As long as the public continues to demand increasingly slimmer bodies, this cycle will keep repeating, putting the health of artists in the background. The obsession with thinness in the Korean entertainment industry has a direct impact on the physical and mental health of actors. The pressure to maintain an extremely slim body can lead to a series of serious issues, from eating disorders to physical and emotional breakdowns. The most concerning part is that many of these problems are normalized within the industry, and those who suffer rarely receive support. The most obvious consequence of this culture is eating disorders. Actors and actresses frequently adopt extreme diets, such as consuming only liquids or eating minimal amounts of food to lose weight quickly. This kind of severe restriction can result in anorexia, bulimia, or other serious conditions that affect not only the body, but also the mind. IU, for example, has revealed in interviews that she developed a complicated relationship with food, knowing that any small change in her weight would become a topic of discussion among fans and the media. Beyond the physical effects, the pressure to stay thin can also lead to deep psychological struggles. Anxiety, depression, and low self-esteem are common among actors who live under the constant scrutiny of the public. The fact that even the slightest change in their body can make headlines push as many to develop an obsession with weight control, fueled by the constant fear of criticism and judgment. Some actors might even be sick, but if they appear slightly bloated in a photo, they're immediately attacked by internet users. The saddest part is that even when these issues come to light, the conversation rarely changes. If an actor admits to struggling due to the pressure to lose weight, they might receive temporary support, but the industry continues to function the same way. For many artists, this culture of thinness becomes an invisible prison, one that few can truly escape. The pressure for Korean actors and actresses to be extremely thin is not just an aesthetic issue, it's a public health problem. The normalization of unsustainable diets, the romanticization of extreme weight loss, and the constant scrutiny of artists' appearances create a cruel environment where thinness is valued more than talent. This needs to change. The Korean entertainment industry must evolve and recognize that health should come before aesthetics. Some small changes have started to appear, with a few artists speaking more openly about the impact of this pressure. But that's not enough. The public also needs to stop reinforcing these unrealistic standards because, at the end of the day, popular opinion often dictates the rules of the industry. So, next time you see an actor or actress being criticized for their weight, think about what's behind it. We need to question this culture and support those who are trying to break the cycle. Leave your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.